What up, baby? What up, world? So it's me, Alvin, and Aria, coming to you live in full effect in my dungeon, aka man cave, aka training facility. But it's like a couple weeks away from graduation, and there's a lot of kids graduating this 2021. Um, some kids I've coached a long time, but one in particular is a kid that was the very first kid I felt like I got to make a positive impact over at Desert Rose when I first started working at Boys and Girls Club. His name's Kylan. He'll be graduating over in Eastside this June, and I never really thought I would get the opportunity to return the flowers to him until he called me. Until he called me and asked me to come to his graduation. And so, being that he didn't see this coming, and I'm sure his mom will let him see it on Facebook and Instagram, but the thing that made him stand out to me was the positive affirmation that we created at that school. First day of school, you had to stand up, you had to say your first name, you had to say you were the coolest kids you know, and that's a very difficult thing for most kids to do. He did it with pride, no hesitation. Gave my staff and I like crazy, crazy, crazy positive vibes. Actually, I'll go ahead and give them a shout out too. The first year, Melissa, Anna, and Terica. I know the quality's bad, but yeah, I had the flat top. That was my first. That was my first team. That's Samuel right there. He was the guy that came up with the positive affirmation of "I'm the coolest kid I know." And so he does it. Some time goes on. Well, actually, that year he was a sixth grader. You know, he graduates. He goes on to Cactus, and then went on to Palmdale, and he ended up being at Eastside, and that's where he's graduating. But while he was gone, I had his younger brother Ryder. He was a part of the Dress for Success. You guys saw I posted about him because actually his mother posted, and I shared it because of the flattery I felt of him wearing his fedora. He actually has to wear glasses now, but you know how that goes. It's like this cool moment I didn't think I was actually going to get to have, because when you do things for kids, you don't necessarily expect a result or a reward. But for you, Kylan, I wrote something when I went back to school when Des Rose sent me back to be a teacher. I was having writer's block out here in the garage when I was doing class, and I wrote a poem about "I'm the coolest kid I know." And it kind of it made sense to me because it was a little bit of what I was trying to instill in the kids, and also kind of remembrance of myself when I was a kid. So I'm gonna read it to you guys. Even though I have memorized it, I'm gonna read it since Aria's right here. Maybe it'll make a bigger impact, right? Thanks, Aria. So I'm the coolest kid I know. Well, at least that's what my mama told me. Be kind, polite, and help others. Let respect, let your respect be the only thing you show. She makes it sound so easy, so simple, like one, two, three. But what my mama didn't know was that my bullies had it out for me. From calling me names and taking my things, it seemed to be their favorite part, changing my thoughts of who I am and making it difficult just to start. But I'm the coolest kid I know. And these bullies, they don't know me. I'm weird. Yeah, I said it. I'm wonderful, excellent, interesting, real different. And I'm focused on the future. So don't you forget it. But I'll never put my bullies down since they're already lower than the floor. Instead, I will pick them up to show them what forgiveness is really for. Thank you, Aria. Um, for my bullies, they're hurting and they need love, not negativity. Yeah. Love, not negativity. So it's my place to show them love with the example of my personality. And so, Kylan, AV World, I wrote that back in 2018, 4 years after Kylan did his stand up and showed me that a positive affirmation can actually make a difference. Um, Not only did I write this, but I actually went to Sundown, Cortell Elementary, Joe Walker. I went a little bit to Hillview. I went back to Desert Rose, Joshua Hills, Chaparral, um, Tamarisk, um, Yucca, Eastside, I didn't go to Terra Bonita. I also went to Valley View. But I went and I shared this poem. That's why it's on the back of a folder. I shared this poem with as many classes as I could. I even brought I even brought kids out and used them as like little actors and actresses, right? And let them have a person who was the kid being bullied compared to the bully and how it references and how it affects you. So I know this is getting a little bit longer than what I wanted to. I honestly didn't expect Ari to be outside while I did it. But this is just for all those kids that are graduating this year or even at graduated years prior. As much as I'm now starting to hear from you that you respect and appreciate the person I was trying to be, being a mentor and trying being a positive example, I just want you to know that the feeling is mutual, that the roses are deserved to you as well, that if so many of you kids didn't better yourself and try to show me that I was doing the right thing by trying to be weird and let you know how important you are towards the future, that realistically she probably wouldn't be here. Like, think about it. This is 2018. She was born 2018. Moms was still here 2018. You know what I mean? So if kids and the community didn't give me the confidence to believe that things can get better when I was in a place of thinking that the world was going to end, we wouldn't be where we are. So thank you, Kylan. Thank you, all the kids of the AV who are continuing to put yourself first. You kids matter. AV kids matter. They do. And stay focused. You're the future.